Yan. So, welcome to the part 2 of the limits of a function discussion natin, no? So, let's jump into the concept of infinite limits, no? So, just a quick review, no? So, the limit, no? Sabi nga natin, the limit is defined as the breaking point of a function, no? So, meaning it is the value where the function misbehaves basically, whether it becomes undefined or magbigla yung value, basta nag-misbehave yung function natin, that is the limit of the function. Okay, so for example, we have here our example, the limit of 1 over x as x approaches 0, diba? So if we're going to use yung ating regular ano natin, no, yung regular method natin as discussed in the first example, diba? So if we substitute 1 over 0 to x, no, kasi diba ganun lang naman natin siya ginagawa, this will become undefined basically, diba? Undefined siya. So let's check muna, no, talaga bang undefined, no, yung ating function. Okay, so we have here, let's use a number line, no, a number line. So ito yung ating limit value, no, so that's the center, yan yung 0. Okay, kasi dun siya papunta, no, dun siya nag-approach. So this extends to positive infinity, this extends to negative infinity. Okay, so we have sabi nga natin, 'di ba, from the word itself, no, from this one, teka, ito, 'di ba? Anong basa natin dito sa part na to? Sa x-0. 'Di ba? That is as x approaches 0. Meaning actually hindi naman talaga natin kinukuha yung 0. 'Di ba? Hindi naman talaga yun kasi it will become undefined nga at 0 eh. No, ano yung mga kinukuha natin? Yung mga values na sobrang lapit kay 0 as x approaches 0. For example, in this case, no, so we have 0.001, 0.01, then we have 0.1. Ganun din dito sa kabila. We have 0.001, we have negative 0.01, then we have negative 0.1. So, yan yung mga values na ginagamit natin for this, for this problem, no? Kasi yan nga yung mga malalapit kay 0. So, as x approaches 0, so, from left side, going to the center, hindi tayo aabot or lalampas kay dito sa limit natin. Then, ganun din dito sa right side. 'Di ba? From right going to the center. No? So, that's the idea of the limit actually. No? So, kukunin lang natin ano yung mga values ng tawag dito ng function natin habang lumalapit tayo kay 0. Then, kung saan siya magko-converge, yun yung limit ng ating function. Okay? So, let's check no kung talaga bang undefined ang evaluated na ano natin dito sa problem natin. Okay? So, we have 1 over x. Okay, so kapag sinubstitute natin, by the way, we will be using calculator no in this one. So kindly put out your calculators. Ayan, so ilabas ko lang yung aking calculator, no. Ayan. Okay, so for our how are we going to evaluate this one? So you're just going to type the function, di ba? Ayan. Then just use calc, no? The calc function. So we're asked to find, no, what's the value of x. So start tayo no sa left side, no? So we have negative 0.1. Ayan, we have negative 0.1. So we have negative 10. So balik tayo dito. We have for 0.1, negative 0.1 rather, we have negative 10. How about yung susunod? So we have 0.01. So calc negative 0.01. So that is negative 100, 'di ba? So negative 0.01. This is negative 100. Then yung last natin, that is 0.001. So we have calc negative 0.001. Ayan, so negative 1,000. And kapag kinontinue pa natin to, lalaki na lalaki yung sagot natin, no? Up until what? Negative infinity, kung mapapansin natin, no? So we have here, so once going down, this is negative infinity kapag katinuloy pa natin. Okay, yung left side, no, actually meron tayong tawag dito. So this is what we call the left hand side limit. No, yan yung tawag natin diyan. And this one is actually meron tayong notation for this. So the function, the limit of the function, let's say f of x, okay, as x approaches what? A, no? Yun yung ating approaching value, no? Tapos lalagyan nyo lang ng raised to negative. No, that means the limit of the function as x approaches A from the left. No, yun yung ibig sabihin niyan. Okay, so the left-hand side limit is equal to negative infinity. No, that's not the limit. That is the left-hand side limit. Now, dito tayo sa kabila, no? Dito sa right side. So we have, baba ko lang ng kaunti. So, start din tayo sa point 1, sa positive point 1. So, using our calculator, calc point 1 equals, so that is 10. But then we have 0.01. Actually, it's quite obvious, no? So, this will become positive 100. So, then yung susunod naman is 0.01, 001 rather, is positive 1,000. And if we're going to continue this, no, this will go to what? Kung yung kanina is negative infinity, since wala na tayong negative sign, this will go to positive infinity. So this one is called the right-hand side limit. Ayan. So this one is denoted by the limit of the function as x approaches A raised to positive naman, no? So, ang basa natin dyan, the limit of the function as x approaches A from the right, no? So, yun yung right-hand side limit. Okay, so kung mapapansin niyo no, we have both values. Actually, may nakuha tayong values. However, the limit kasi, another definition, no, ng limit is the same value of left-hand side and right-hand side. Dapat same sila for the limit to exist, no? So, dapat, again, ano, lagay ko na lang dito. The limit of the function from the left should be equal to the limit of the function of the same approaching value from the right, no? Para maging the limit does exist. Okay, para magkaroon tayo ng limit basically, no? So the limit does exist. Okay, now going back. Hindi sila magkaparehas. So therefore what? Since hindi magkaparehas yung left hand and right hand side natin, so this one is the limit does not exist basically. No? Ayan, the limit does not exist. The end. Ayan. Okay, kaya valid yung sagot natin na undefined. No? Ano yan? Tama yan. Okay? So, however, no, hindi sa lahat ng pagkakataon nagko-coincide na tama yung process natin dun sa una. No? So, for example, in this case, example number 2, we have the limit of the function 1 over x squared as x approaches 0. No? So, using yung ano natin, regular na substitution natin, so again, this one is also 1 over 0 squared, that is 1 over 0, hence undefined. However, hindi naman sa tawag dito, hindi naman talaga undefined to actually, no? So, let's check ano ba talaga yung tamang sagot nito, no? So, we have, let's use again, no, our number line. So, 0. So, ganun ulit. Okay, so kayo kayo kung sanay na kayo, no, na pagkuha ng mga values natin for the one-sided limits ang general term nun. Okay, pwede nyo naman na hindi tawag dito, hindi isulat yung number line, no? So, pero kung hindi kayo sanay, it's better if you use the number line. Okay, so ako, di ko na muna gagamitin, no? Para hindi masyado kumain ng space. So, we have for the left-hand side limit. So, left is yung pababa, no? So, ano ba yung pababa kay 0? So, we have negative 0.1. We have negative 0.01. We have negative 0.001. So, pag sinubstitute natin siya, no? Ano yung mga makukuha nating value? So, type natin ulit yung equation natin, 1 over alpha x squared, no? So, calc, that is negative 0.1. So, this will give us 100. Then, yung susunod, calc nyo na lang ulit, negative 0.01. So that is 10,000. Then yung susunod, calc negative 0.001, dalawa yung 0, we have 1 million. No? So 1 times 10 e raised to 1 times 10 raised to 6 or 1 million basically. No? So kapag kinontinue pa natin, mas mabilis to. No? Mas mabilis tayo ang aabot sa positive infinity as compared doon sa naunang example. So this is positive infinity. How about the right hand side? So for the right hand side, so we have 0.1, 0.01, and we have 0.001. Okay, so let's solve, no? So, check, kahit hindi na natin i-calculate, guys, kung titignan natin, di ba this is just a positive counterpart of the left-hand side. And kung titignan natin yung ating function, 1 over x squared, meaning kahit pa mag-negative to or mag-positive to, laging positive ang sasagot kasi naka-square. So, we have 100, 10,000, and yung ating 1 million, no? Ayan. And this one also leads to what? Leads to positive infinity. No? So now the question is, are they equal? Obviously yes, no? The limit of the one-sided limits are both positive infinity. Hence, since they are equal, the limit actually exists, no? So ibig sabihin ay yung nauna nating sagot is actually mali. No, mali yung nauna nating sagot. The limit of the function 1 over x squared as x approaches 0 is, lagay ko lang, no? X is actually positive infinity or infinity basically, no? Ayan. Okay, so that is for number 2, no? So that's how we get the one-sided limits, no? And yung infinite limits na tinutukoy natin dito na pumapasok 'yon. Okay? Next. We have our third example. Usog ko lang. Ayan. The limit of the function 1 over x squared, x minus 2 rather, as x approaches 2 from the left. So, hindi na natin kukunin yung RHS, kay LHS na lang tayo kukuha. So, we have kay 2, no? So, kung galing left, pababa siya. So, we have 1.9, 1.99, 1.999. No? So, ganun tayo. So, we have 1.9, then we have 1.99, then 1.999. So, we have what is 1 over x minus 2. So, lagay natin dito sa ating calcu. And so, we have negative, sorry. Nakalimutan ko i-calc. Calc, we have 1.9. Sorry yan. We have negative 10. Oh. Ayan. Then yung susunod, calc negative, that's negative, that's not positive 1.99. Ayan. So we have negative 100. And somewhat, no, medyo mahihinuhan nyo na yung susunod is negative 1,000. Ayan. Okay, and pag tinuloy-tuloy natin, again, this will approach what? Negative infinity. So, since this one approaches to negative infinity, and yun lang naman yung tinatanong, remember, hindi natin kailangan hanapin yung right-hand side. So, therefore, the limit of this function as x approaches to from the left is negative infinity. Yan. Okay? So, yun. Ganun lang naman siya kadali gawin. Next. Ito, medyo mas madali lang rin to, no? So, we have, task ko lang. The limit of the function, 5 over x minus 3 as x approaches 3 from the right. Now, from the right naman yung ating problem. So, RHS. So, we have from the right ng 3 is 3.1, 3.01. No, papalapit ka ng papalapit. Then we have 3.001. Actually, you can add more values, pero I suggest kahit 3 lang, no? Kasi makikita mo naman na yung trend. Wag lang 2 kasi mahirap mag sa 2 lang, no? Kapag feeling nyo kulang pa, then that's the time na pwede nyo dagdagan. Pero it does not, naman, I mean, okay lang yun. Wala namang issue. So, we have 5 over x alpha x minus 3. So, calc, that is 3.1. Start tayo sa 3.1. So, this is equal to 50. Then, calc 3.01. 500. So, obviously, no, medyo may hinuha na natin. So, this will give us 5,000. Pero just to verify, no, ayan, 3.001. Ayan, 5,000. So, since ano siya, palaki siya ng palaki habang dumadami yung zeros natin. So, this will lead us to what? Positive infinity. So, the answer, no, is positive infinity. Ayan. Okay, so basically now that's just how we get the limit of a function. Okay, so with one-sided limits. Okay, then we have here the limit of the function ln x, no, as x approaches 0 from the right. So RHS again. So we have from the right 0.1, we have 0.01, then we have 0.001. So substitute lang natin siya. So we have, of course, ito, guys, hindi nyo makukompute nang wala kayong calcu, no? So good luck sa inyo pag kinompute nyo na walang calcu to. So the natural logarithm of x na lang, no? So that we can use calc function. What's the value of x? We have 0.1. So we have negative 2.3. Kahit yung first na lang, no? Ayan, negative 2.3. Then we have calc 0.01. So we have negative 4.6. So we have calc 0.001. We have negative 6.9. Kung mapapansin niyo ano nangyayari? Tumataas siya pero medyo mabagal as compared dun sa previous examples natin. No? Kasi nag-i-stay lang siya almost dito eh. Pero habang dinudugtungan natin ang hinududugtungan, let's say, no, calc, let's say, 7 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Ayan. So we have negative 18. No? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. This is equal to negative 18.4. No? So, kahit pahabaan mo ng habaan, no? So, hindi naman siya magko-converge into a certain, I mean, on one side, no? So, this will diverge into infinity. So, let's say, no, damihan pa natin, 0.0, testing lang. Ayan. Damihan ko lang ng dadamihan, no? Ayan, let's say yan. Yan, negative 64.47. So, medyo mabagal siya, pero it continuously increases, no? By what? By a factor, or rather by common difference of 2. 2.3 rather, no? So, 2.3, 4.6, 6.9, tas so on and so forth. Lalabas ng 18.4, then susunod is 20.7, no? So on and so forth. So, this will give us, or rather lead us into positive infinity. Hence, the answer is positive infinity. Okay? So, yan, basically that's the answer, no? So, another proof na talagang positive infinity lang siya if we're going to use the graph, no? The Cartesian coordinate system of a natural logarithm, no? So, ang ln kasi guys, ang itsura ng graph niya, if this is x, this is y, obviously this is positive. No, this is positive, tapos yung kabila is negative. No, so we have our function, natural logarithm of x is pag ganito yung kanyang graph. Ayan. Okay, so kung mapapansin niyo, no, hindi siya tatawid sa 0. Yes, lalapit siya ng lalapit, no? Yung habang lumiliit yung space natin dito kay x, no? Ayan, lumalapit siya ng lalapit, pero hindi siya tatawid kay 0. Yung value naman ng y, pababa lang ng pababa habang lumalapit siya ng lumalapit yung x kay 0. No? So, pababa lang siya ng pababa. This goes to negative infinity. How about this one naman? No? Habang lumalaki yung x, no, merong certain value na pinupuntahan lang yung ating natural logarithm. So, kayo na bahala mag-check, no, kung saan papunta yung ating natural logarithm, no, kapag positive naman, no, going to the right. Excuse me. Okay, so, yun, no, bakit kaya, kung titignan natin, no, we have ln 0, ba't kaya hindi siya dumidikit? So yun, no, if we're going to check, no, yung ln0 natin is actually math error. Ibig sabihin, undefined. No, that's the reason bakit hindi siya tumatawid. And wala rin tayong answer for negative value of x ng natural logarithm. Okay, so laging positive lang siya and always greater than 0. Okay, so pwedeng lumapit pero hindi siya magta-touch kay 0. Okay, so that is for the natural logarithm. And last example, no, for infinite limit. So we have the limit of tangent x as x approaches pi over 2. No, so let us check. So since wala tayong from the left or from the right, no, so let's see, no, through the number line. No, ayan. So this is pi over 2, or pag kinonvert natin yung pi over 2 into degrees, we have 90, di ba? Pi over 2 is 90 degrees. So we have here 90.001. Then we have 90.01. Then dito naman is 90.1. Then dito sa kabila, we have 89.999. We have 89.99. And then this one is 89.9. Ayan. No, so kung titignan natin, no, so bakit kaya siya papunta dito sa ano natin? We have, let's try, no? Tangent of 90, naka-degree naman ako, no? Ayan. So, math error, non-existing yung value ng tangent at pi over 2, no? So, let's check dito sa mga kung talaga bang undefined, no? Kasi that's the idea, no? This just will become undefined kasi kaya nga nakita naman natin sa calculator, no, math error. Ayan. So we have, no, let's have our left hand side. So we start at 89.9. Then we have 89.99. Then we have 89.999. Ayan. So we have tangent x. So calc 89.9. So that is equivalent to 572 point. Let's say 572 na lang, no? So let's just round down, no, kung ano man yung ano natin. So we have next 89.99, round down tayo. So we have 5,729. Then yung susunod, habang lumalapit tayo, no, tumataas siya ng tumataas. 57,295. Ayan. So kung titignan natin, no, pagka dinerecho pa natin to, this will give us positive infinity. Oops. Yan. Positive infinity. Paano naman yung right hand side? So for the right hand side, we have 90.1. Then we have 90.01. Palapit ng palapit, no? 90.001. Ayan. So let's try. Calc 90.1. So we have negative 572. So yes, tama ang hula ninyo, no? Negative lang siya nito. So sulat ko na. Sayang, no? They have the same numerical value but they have different signs, no? Muntik na. So this one, kapag tingnan natin, this will give us negative infinity. And they are not obviously equal. Since they are not equal, so the limit is undefined. So kaya actually the limit does not exist. Ayan. Okay, so that is for infinite limits. Let's proceed with limits at infinity. So, theorem based lang rin to. Sorry, baba ko lang yung calcu ko. Ayan. So, baba ko lang yung calcu ko, no? Limits at infinity, if r is any positive integer, so therefore we have 7 theorems that we're going to use. No, so first we have the limit of the function rx is equal to infinity when x approaches infinity. So the limit of the function x over r as x approaches infinity is equal to infinity as well. Then we have the limit of the function r over x, so baliktad, r over x as x approaches infinity, this will give us 0. Then if we have 1 over x raised to r as x approaches infinity, we have 0. Then we have the limit of x over r as x approaches 0, we have 0. The limit of the limit of 1 over x raised to r as x approaches 0 from the right, we have positive infinity. Ito yung tinutukoy kanina dun sa example, no? Dun sa 1 over x squared, no, as x approaches 0, no? So, ayan. Then we have the limit of the function 1 over x raised to r as x approaches 0 from the left. Meron tayong dalawang sagot. Negative infinity kapag r is odd and positive infinity if r is even. So actually you can use this, no, kapag applicable. So feel free to use these theorems. Okay, example. Dito, we have the limit of the function 2x squared minus 2x plus 3 over x squared plus 4x plus 4 as x approaches infinity. So hindi natin siya basta-basta ipapasok, no, kasi meron tayong particular theorems and formulas na ginagamit for this one. So paano natin siya gagawin or isa-solve, no? So we have to divide all terms by x squared. Kasi hindi mo siya pwede i-recta dito sa 2x lang, tapos dito mag-divide ka na. No, remember, wala tayong formula for other, no? Or rather dito pala, rx lang pala meron tayo. No, pero dito, hindi mo na siya magagamit, no, yung theorem natin. Kaya kailangan natin i-convert yung mga terms, no, into the form ng mga theorem natin sa taas. So we have 1 over x squared over 1 over x squared. Ang ating bagong function ay 2 minus 2 over x plus 3 over x squared. All over. So we have 1 plus 4 over x plus 4 over x squared. Ayan. Over x squared. So yan, pwede na natin ngayon gamitan ng theorems to. So we have 2 minus what is 2 over x as x approaches infinity. Obviously, that is infinity. Diba? Then we have plus, or rather 0. It's not infinity rather, but 0. So we have 0 plus 0. No? So 3 over infinity squared, that is still 0. So divided by 1 plus 4 over infinity is 0. Plus 4 over infinity squared is also 0. So we have 2 minus 0 plus 0, that is 2. Over 1 plus 0 plus 0, that is 1. So hence, we have what? 2. Ayan. 2 is the limit of this function. Ayan. As x approaches infinity. Okay? So next, we have the function x squared plus 5. No? I mean, the limit of the function square root of x squared plus 5 all over x plus 5 as x approaches infinity. So, ganun din, no? Magmumultiply ako ng square root of 1 over x squared. So, sa baba, ganun din, guys, no? 1 over x squared din. However, di ba, kung isi-simplify natin yung 1 over x squared, this will give us 1 over x. Bakit ko kailangan mag-radical sa taas? Remember guys, hindi ko pwede mag-multiply ng whole number sa radical. Or else, wala. Tatabihan niya lang. No? Hindi siya papasok. Okay? So, yun. No? So, let us solve. So, we have our new function. The square root of 1 plus 5 over x squared over 1 plus 5 over x. So, let's solve, no? So, we have a square root of 1 plus what is 5 over infinity squared, that is 0, over 1 plus 5 over infinity is 0. So, we have square root of 1 over 1. Hence, the limit is 1, basically. Okay? Then, dito tayo sa last. Now, we have the limit of the function as x approaches 0 from the right. No? So, convert natin. Actually, pwede naman natin solve using manual yung ano natin, yung kanina. Pero let's try to apply yung ating theorems. No? So, magmumultiply ako ng 1 over x squared over 1 over x squared. Kailangan, guys, parehas yung nasa numerator at denominator. Ha? Hindi pwedeng 1 over x squared lang. Kailangan pati denominator meron. So, we have 1 minus 2 over x squared. Sorry, medyo naglalag na. Ayan. Then, we have 1 Nasaan ako? 1 plus 1 over x plus 1 over x squared, basically. No? So, ayan. So, asan ako? Yan. Pwede na natin gamitan ng ano natin, no? So, this will become ng ating theorems. We have 1 over, what is 2 over, over z, over 0 squared. Okay, from the left, from the right rather, so that is infinity. 1 over infinity over 1 plus, so 1 over x, so using this limit, we have infinity, then plus infinity as well. Okay, now, let's simplify. What is 1 minus infinity? That is, of course, negative infinity. Over, what is in 1 plus infinity plus infinity? That is positive infinity. The question is, what is in negative infinity divided by infinity? Sige nga, pag-isipan nyo. You post this video, no? Then you think about it. Okay, I presume you have already given a thought on it, no? So, the answer is what? Undefined. Sir, bakit naging undefined? Infinite, diba? Divided by two entities of the same, it will cancel out. Abstract kasi yung definition ng infinity in general, no? Infinity means we do not actually know what is the actual value, no? Basta it extends endlessly, no? So also, sa infinity, hindi lang naman yung puro whole numbers. Kasama pa dyan yung mga irrational numbers natin, no? Yung mga imaginary numbers, no? Na nasa positive infinity. Tsaka sa negative infinity as well. So, we actually do not know what this entity is. Kasi, di ba, for example, paano kung mas malaki pala yung infinity sa taas kaysa sa infinity sa baba? Di ba? So, hindi siya pwedeng maging 1 over 1. Magiging 1 over something na mas malaki yun. Then, kapag mas malaki naman yung nasa taas kaysa dun sa baba, may maiiwan naman sa taas pag kinancel natin. Okay, so we cannot really tell for sure. So, hence, no, this is undefined. So, since it is undefined, the limit does not exist. Ayan, the limit does not exist. Okay, so let's jump here, no? So, let's discuss continuity of a function. A function is said to be continuous if f of a is defined, no? So, kapag defined daw si f of a, so meaning, hindi siya defined, basically. Then we have the limit of the function as x approaches a exists, no? Meaning, dapat equal yung both one-sided limits niya, left and right. Then we have the function, no? The f of a is equal to the limit of the function as x approaches a. Now, so let's try. We have here the function f of x is equal to x squared plus 2x plus 3. So, x is equal to 0. Let's try first f of 0. So, this one will be 0 squared plus 2 times 0 plus 3. Diba? So, we have positive 3. Next, let's get the limit. No? So, what's the limit of the function? X squared plus 2x plus 3 as x approaches 0. No? So, factorable ba yung ating function? Hindi, no? So, as is na yan. So, let's try, no? So, we have 0 squared plus 2 times 0 plus 3. Shortcut muna yung gagamitin ko, ha? So, this is equal to 3. Now, let's try the one-sided limits, no? So, we have, so, since 0 ang approaching value natin, we have, dito na lang sa taas, no? 0.1, 0.01, then we have negative 0.001. So, usog ko para mailabas natin yung calcu. Ayan. So, our function is, ano nga ulit? Oops, sorry. We have x squared plus 2x plus 3. So, type natin sa calcu. X squared plus 2x plus 3. Yan. So, ay, sorry na equals ko. Now, so, let's use calc. no? So we have negative 0.1. And so we have 2.81. Tapos actually, pwede nyo gawin is maglagay na lang kayo ng super liit, no? Yung pinakamalapit na pwede nyo ilagay. So, pero mas okay kasi to kasi makikita natin yung paggalaw, no, ng values. So, we have negative 0.01. And so, that is 2.98. So, negative 0.001 naman. So, that is calc negative 0.001. Oops. So, we have basically 2.99, no? And 2.998. And kapag kinontinue natin ang kinontinue, lalapit na tayo na lalapit kay Nino? Kay 3. No? Then yun din sa kabila, no? So, let's say we have calc positive 0.1, so that is 3.21, diba? Tapos calc 0.01 or 01, ayan. We have 3.2, 3.02. And then we have 0.001. We have sorry. Asan ako? Ayan. Calc 0.001. Ayan, pala. Okay, so we have 3.002. Which, kapag kinunti nyo pa natin yan, lalapit lang tayo na lalapit kay 3 as well. So, this one goes to 3. So, since equal sila, ayan, hence, tama yung sagot natin dito. No? So, ayan. So, later gamitin natin, no, paano yung sinasabi ko na pag sinasubstitute na. No? So, since defined, no? Defined. Ayan. Oops, saan ako? Ayan. The limit also exists. No? Nag-exist yung limit natin. Then, they are equal, basically. No? So, 3 is equal to 3. Therefore, this is continuous. Ayan. Okay, next. Number 2. So we have g of x is equal to x squared minus 4 over x minus 2 as when x is equal to 2. So let's check if it is continuous at 2. So we have g of 2. So this is equivalent to two squared minus 4 over 2 minus 2. So essentially 4 minus 4 over 2 minus 2, no, this is equal to 0 over 0, hence undefined. Okay, so undefined na siya, no? So we can stop here kasi dapat defined eh, 'di ba? So kapag undefined na, automatic discontinuous yung ating function at x is equal to 2. So we can have ayan, discontinuous na siya. Okay, so yun, that's how we essentially do functions and continuity and discontinuity of a function, no? So yun, that wraps up our limits discussion. I hope you guys learned something, no? So kung may question kayo, wag kayong mahiya magtanong, no? Para malinawan din kayo sa mga sagot. Okay? So stay safe and God bless.